About 2 months ago, I got caught in a pretty serious avalanche. I went for 2,000 feet. Basically, the whole mountainside came down. And when the avalanche happened, I just finished filming with Jeremy Jones and Xavier Delarue in the Tetons. The temperatures were rising pretty significantly, and so there was a lot of change happening in the snowpack. And we were aware of that. We've all spent a lot of time in the mountains, and we were trying to manage the terrain and the snowpack. And I was actually third on slope, and those two guys were up on the side on this little safe zone. And I just watched the whole mountain pretty much crack behind me, and I got caught in the avalanche. I was, probably a few hundred feet down. I was still on top, and I watched a bunch of these trees just snap in half in front of me, and went over this big rollover, and I went to the bottom of the snowpack and just got crushed and held down for a while. And then I eventually resurfaced to the top. When you're at the bottom, you don't want it to stop, because if it stops, they will never find you because it was too big. So I came up to the top, and eventually you can feel the weight coming off of you. It's really kind of an unbearable amount of weight, because it's like hundreds of tons of snow essentially. And then I came back to the top, and I kind of rolled over, and I was back on top of the snowpack, and I looked around me, and for a moment actually I stopped being scared, because just the magnitude of what I was caught in was so incredible that it was like I had the moment to pause and you don't generally feel that kind of power ever, especially in an uncontrolled environment. I remember looking too, and I looked down, and I could see the entire avalanche path, and it was all, I knew I was going to the bottom of the valley, and the trees are like that big, and these are like 100 foot tall trees. And I was like, okay, I'm going back to I'm going all the way. And I went another 1,000 feet to the bottom. I don't know what happened. I got to the bottom, I could feel it slowing down, and I popped right out at the toe of the avalanche. And it took my partners 20 minutes, 30 minutes to even get down, and they were 100% sure I was gone. I mean, they would have been less surprised if they had been talking to my ghost. When they showed up and they saw me, they were just couldn't believe it.